The intent of this video is to spread awareness of concussions in sports to the masses. We had all of these interviews with leading concussion experts that just so happen to be located in Pittsburgh area to explain to you guys why this is such a problem. Despite our efforts, we are continuously met with the same response of, "I'm sorry, but I cannot help you out," or "I'm sorry, I can't answer those questions." The reluctance of doctors and experts to provide us with the information that we were looking for has been an ongoing frustration. It seems that while concussions are a serious problem affecting nearly 1 in every 10 youth athletes and thousands of more professional ones, no doctors felt confident enough in their knowledge to answer us. And really, who could blame them? With such an important issue, nobody wants to be caught up in giving inaccurate information. Concussion research has boomed in the past 10 years, yet new discoveries are being made every day. For example, the effects of post-concussion syndrome, the effects of multiple head traumas, and the development of the baseline impact test by our very own UPMC. With that said, all we can inform our audience of is that no two concussions are the same, just as no two people are the same. Thus, JJ and I felt the least we could do was share our experiences with concussions by telling you my past with them and his ongoing recovery process. I suffered my first concussion at the age of 16. It was a few months before the start of my junior year and first year starting in goal for my varsity soccer team. My first shot to prove myself came at our preseason camp, where I did not fare too well. Not even 30 minutes into my first start, I ran out to make a save and took a foot to the side of the head. The next thing I knew, I woke up surrounded by trainers and coaches, all with a concerned stare at the growing and discoloring lump on my head. After a few hours of nausea and migraines, I had my parents take me to the nearest hospital, where, of course, I was diagnosed with a concussion. I was pretty upset at the timing of the injury, which may have led me to playing a little prematurely only 6 weeks later. I still had occasional headaches, but nothing that I figured I couldn't tough out. But boy, was I wrong. A few weeks after the season, my headaches were just getting worse and worse, and I was coming home from school and just immediately going to sleep, and sometimes not even waking up until the next morning. This concerned my parents greatly, as they made me go to the doctor again, where he was actually able to tell me that I had suffered a second concussion while playing through my first. This second concussion was causing me to have ocular issues. Because of that, I had to go through 4 months of vision therapy and was forced to miss my favorite sport of all, baseball. My eyes were having trouble teaming up with one another and focusing, thus making tracking fly balls and just playing baseball as a normal player nearly impossible. Failing to allow myself enough time to heal caused me to miss the entirety of the next soccer season as well, and even the first month of my senior baseball season. That's right, almost 2 years. Since I wasn't fully aware of the seriousness of concussion symptoms, I put myself at risk for much more serious long-term effects on my brain. After personally going through concussion issues, I can't stress enough how important it is that awareness of concussions is spread and that people suffering from concussion-like symptoms immediately seek the proper treatment, as well as allowing for their brain to heal and rest.
On October 12th of this year, while visiting friends at Penn State University, I suffered my first concussion. While getting a shower one night, I ended up slipping and cracking my head on the floor. Although I did not lose consciousness, I bled profusely. I then proceeded to do exactly the opposite of what you should do. I proceeded to get up, go out that night, slept on it, and did not get medical attention until days later. When I finally did go to UPMC Mercy, I was met with help, but not much of it. The doctors and nurses there could not give me any certainty except for that there was no certainty. They gave me a timetable of anywhere from 4 days to 4 months. I left the hospital and made the foolish decision to just ignore my symptoms until they were gone. However, they only got worse. I started having extreme cases of fatigue, nausea, mood shifts, and many other symptoms. Finally, over a month later, after not getting any help from UPMC Mercy, I went to a specialist. There, I was given much more information about what was really going on with me and what we needed to do. Now, I attend physical therapy, weekly checkups, and will most likely need medication. The symptoms have put a great strain on my school, work, and personal life, making ordinary tasks exponentially more difficult. I used to hear about concussions in the NFL and shrug it off as someone just getting their bell rung. Now, though, I'm aware of the vast number of detrimental effects it can have on a person. Even now, though, with all this help and assistance, the doctors cannot give me any timetable for a full recovery.
This project definitely strayed away from our original intent. We hope that our personal accounts will help spread awareness and help others understand about how serious concussions really can be. This is also in no way a knock on UPMC or any doctors and specialists out there. We appreciate all you've done for us. This just means that concussions deserve to be a top-tier medical issue, and research for potential treatments needs to improve as well as its funding.